Previously on our Tasmanian adventure. We're here, boys and girls. We've finally arrived at Devonport. Wow, the boys must be getting soft. Behold, the best tool set ever.
Oh, nice!
He could very well run out of fuel.
Oh no!
Balfour. It's fun. It's a little dangerous.
Rocket!
There's a strap over here.
Oh, quick!
I'm pretty sure it was beginning to snow.
Obvious.
Nice!
But at least I can extricate my own bike.
It was him!
Did you like that ride, Adrian? Oh, there you are.
There was a big sign outside. Can you read?
Doesn't get any harder, but it just keeps going. How hard could it be?
Welcome to Tasmaniacs! Episode 5!
G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here on a glorious morning here in beautiful Hobart. Bing and the boys headed off early to grab brake pads for Bing's Honda 250, whilst Adrian, Santiago and I went in search for a cafe.
Here we are in Hobart. Sitting on the street of the cafe. Say hello.
Hello.
Santiago. Say hello.
I think the reason Santiago looks a little dusty this morning is because last night we hit the town doing a bit of a pub crawl and having dinner at the Ball and Chain. But today was a new day, and after breakfast the three of us packed our bikes because we had different accommodation booked for the next 2 nights. So hopefully Santiago had organised the correct amount of beds, unlike Adrian's effort yesterday. And on such a glorious day we found ourselves at the top of Mount Wellington, where we joined a notorious motorcycle gang from Victoria to check out the splendid views on offer. And what do you know, on our way down we passed Bing and the boys on their way up. Bingus Kahn now had a brand new set of brake pads installed on his Honda CRF 250, although I'm pretty sure the boys didn't use their brakes or their engines on their way back down.
Oh, I've lost my speed. Bye, Rocket. Into the next corner. What the hell? Silver! Bronze! No podium for you!
And whilst the children were playing, Santiago, Adrian and I were becoming more cultured. We were visiting the Museum of Old and New Art, the Mona, an art museum located within the Marilla Winery on the Berrydale Peninsula in Hobart. Noted for its central themes of sex and death, the museum has been described as a subversive adult Disneyland and was founded by Tasmanian millionaire David Walsh. I'm not sure what the other boys got up to, but I bet it wasn't as civilised or cultured as the day we were having. And once we left the Mona, we headed over to the other side of Hobart to see what our new accommodation was like. And I have to say, good old Santiago had outdone himself. Our accommodation was perfect. Everything was a stone's throw from our apartment. So we had some pre-drinks before settling down to a nice Chinese meal. Because tomorrow we were going adventure boating on Bruny Island. The next morning was a cracker of a day as Santiago, Adrian and I left our accommodation and headed over to the other side of Hobart to catch up with Gaz Gaz, Rocket, Brendo and Bing, because it was time to catch the ferry to Bruny Island, a 362 square kilometre island located off the southeastern coast of Tasmania. The island is separated from the Tasmanian mainland by the D'Entrecasteaux Channel, and its east coast lies within the Tasman Sea. And not only would we be going adventure boating today, but we'd also be meeting a special guest, a local of Tasmania and an Artist Wayne fan, the one and only Butler Mike. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First we had to head to the other end of Bruni for our adventure cruise. Well, seeing as we were about to jump on board the award-winning 3-hour wilderness cruise, which would explore the rugged coastline of Bruny Island in southern Tasmania, we could expect to see Australia's highest sea cliffs, enter deep sea caves and pass through the narrow gap between the coast and the monument, and feel the power of nature at the point where the Tasman Sea meets the might of the Southern Ocean. It just sounded too good to miss, and we could thank our mate Rocket, because it was his idea to do this, and what a great idea it was. Once we arrived at the Bruny Island cruises, we joined the cult of the Red Robes and jumped on board the sacrificial boats, custom built for viewing the spectacular coastline and wildlife of Bruny Island.
Why are you wearing your jacket like that, Gaz?
A little bit small for me.
With covered open-air tiered seating, we were able to get an excellent all-round view and connection with the environment. These boats hold a maximum of 43 guests, and no adventure riders were sick on this voyage. Can't say the same for everyone else. At times there was quite a bit of burley going overboard. As for poor Gaz Gaz, he just couldn't keep warm in these freezing conditions. A wise man dresses appropriately, Gaz.
Thanks. Have fun. Great fun. Have fun. Rocket. Have fun. We're in the back seat.
The skipper of our boat eventually took pity on Gaz and found him a warm beanie to wear. And after our spectacular cruise, we arrived back at the car park to find Butler Mike waiting for us on his mighty Yamaha WR250R. Then the 8 of us headed over to the other side of the island to the not just your average pub, Hotel Bruni, for drinks, lunch and great conversation. After lunch, Brendo, Gaz Gaz, Bingus Kahn and the Rocket Man headed back to their accommodation, whilst Adrian, Santiago and I joined Butler Mike for a tour of Bruni's beautiful coastline, with a lighthouse thrown in for good measure. The struggle is real, boys and girls. It's so hard walking in enduro boots. But what a fine and beautiful afternoon we had. And as we made our way back and we were waiting for the ferry, I asked Butler Mike a very important question.
There's 3 bikes here.
Yeah.
Which one, in your opinion, do you think is the best and sexiest looking?
Yeah, no, it's a nice.
So have a good look.
If I had to pick one, it'd be the KTM. But
Don't talk to me anymore. No buts.
Well, after that, I was no longer a fan of Butler Mike. Just kidding. Like I've said in the past, I need all the friends I can get. So hit the like button and subscribe. This would be our last night in our fabulous apartment. Tomorrow we would be meeting the boys at Richmond, along with another special guest. Better go to bed early tonight, because tomorrow we were hitting some hard trails. Best part of the day, big breakfast.
How someone gets his arteries clogged and fat.
And now it was time to ride. So we left beautiful Richmond and joined another special guest, another local, the one and only Dr. Dylan. He's not really a doctor, he rides a DR. And I'm pretty sure it was a brand new Suzuki DR650. We were once again 8 riders on a perfect day in beautiful Tasmania. And today we were heading to Bicheno, a relaxing beachside town known for its stellar seafood and proximity to a pair of contrasting national parks. And fortunately for us, when we were on this road, we ran into a local farmer who directed us to the right track as we were going the wrong way. That's better. Now we're heading towards Bicheno on a trail that was going to be fun and a little difficult in some places. Bring it on! We'd had 2 great days relaxing around Hobart. It was time for a workout. As you can see, they've had some rain here prior to us arriving. Oh, and listen to Santiago's brakes. I remember hearing that exact same sound when I was riding in Victoria. That sounds like metal on metal. Santiago doesn't know it yet, but in my backpack I have a spare set of front and rear brake pads. Super expensive, but at least I have a spare set. Well, my fellow adventure riders, I think things are going to get a little more difficult from here on in. Let's just see what Bing and Brendo get up to. Bing's on the right on his Honda 250, Brendo on the left on his mighty DR650. It appears I'm being summoned.
Think he's calling you, Dylan?
Well, at least Brendo got through. But now it looks like Dylan's stuck, as well as Bing.
Just want to give my front wheel a turn. Might be just I just need that little bit to get out of the hole.
Yeah. We'll move this and then we should be able to just go around there.
That was a bit of a weird place to fall over, Bing.
Wayne, what happened? You dropped your bike?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't really help then. This is a popular crashing spot.
Yep. I didn't want Bing to feel alone.
Needless to say, after that strenuous activity, we all took our liners out. It was time to roll up our sleeves and hit the next tricky track. Sometimes Adrian, the pin-up boy, prefers to push his bike rather than ride it. Clearly Santiago is in desperate need of new brake pads.
Don't chew it up.
I've got to tell Santiago that. I haven't been through yet and I know what he's like.
Go fast there.
Finally we were out of the mud and riding on a more rocky landscape, although we were heading down into a valley. And you know what's always at the bottom of a valley? Water. Well, that's not too bad, is it? It's that time of the ride when things come loose and fall off bikes. This time it was the Rocket Man's tool tube. Thankfully it was an easy fix.
Right at Santiago. I was about to say, smooth as butter. Hey, he's a flinging mud. Ah. You're really a mudslinger today, my friend. today,
Yeah?
my clutch take-up point has changed. I still have a clutch, but where it was halfway through the lever, it's right at the front of the lever. So
You got no adjustment left?
I've adjusted as far as I can go there, but I've got adjustment there with the tools if necessary.
Well, that doesn't bode well for Gaz Gaz. And let's not forget, Santiago doesn't seem to have any brakes.
You good?
Although I'm not sure if he's even aware that he has no brakes. As for Rocket, well, he's just going to tire himself out if he has to keep picking up that BMW of his. Lucky for everyone, we were almost out of there. Well, when I say lucky for everyone, I mean everyone except for Gaz Gaz. Because when we finally did make it out, we noticed smoke coming off Gaz's push drive.
Hell.
Gaz's cush drives, his bearings fucked, his bike's fucked.
Is this the end of the road for Gaz Gaz? Will Gaz Gaz be able to get his bike fixed? Will he be able to get it fixed in time to catch the ferry back home? So many questions needing so many answers. And to find out, that's right, you'll need to wait for episode 6. You know the drill, hit the like button and subscribe, because I'm Artist Wade Dowsent and this is Tasmaniacs.